So I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but just life happened and I haven't gotten around to doing it. So here we go, we're just doing it. And I think that's the theme for the day. Just do it. I just did something and it was a long time coming. Well, okay, it's been like 2 days. But still, I was putting it off because I didn't want to do it, but I knew I should. There's an expression that comes to mind. So this is for the chronic procrastinators. You know who you are. I'm going to challenge you to eat the frog. Eat the frog? What do you mean? Yes, eat the frog, and I'll explain. Now, when I say eat the frog, there's a parable attached. You've been given the task that you need to eat a frog. Doesn't matter, you have a day to do it. You can get it done whenever you want, however you want, but you gotta get it done. And don't get into the, oh, why am I eating a frog? Do I have to eat a frog? No, you're eating a frog, you've gotta do it. No life and death, but it just has to get done. So you wake up with good intentions, ready to eat your frog, put it on your plate for breakfast, and you get to think, I don't wanna ruin my full day. I'll wait to eat the frog. I'll wait till lunchtime. That's more appropriate meal for frog consumption. So breakfast comes and goes. Lunch arrives. You sit down, you unpack your frog from your lunch. You've got your chips, you've got your sandwich, you got your frog. You got your little chocolate milk because treat yourself. You then decide, you know what? I don't want to ruin my sandwich, my chocolate milk, my chips. I'm gonna wait till after lunch. The end of my lunch, in fact. That's when I'll eat my frog. The end of your lunch has come and it's gone. You tried, actually, though, to eat the frog. You poked at it with your fork, prodded at it, you even seasoned it with a little extra salt just to hide the frogginess. But you still have that frog to eat. So into the fridge the frog goes. You then take the frog home and say, you know what? What if I just prepare it a little nicely for dinner? That's a delicacy, frog legs, so I'll just eat the whole frog and I'll be fine, right? Wrong. You get to dinner, you sit down to your meal, you've prepared your frog nice and neat, you've got it as a side dish because you don't want to eat just a frog for dinner. And you're like, just can't do it. Dessert. I'll pair it with dessert. So you whip up a batch of fresh brownies, a la mode with some ice cream, drizzle some chocolate and some caramel on that ice cream. It's so good, so good. But you have a frog to eat. It's the end of the day, you've eaten your sundae, and the last thing you have to do, the last piece of food you consume, is a frog before you go to bed. And that sits in your stomach all night. What would have happened, though, had you eaten the frog when you first intended? I'll tell you what would have happened. It would have been done. It would have been out of the way. Your lunch would have been stellar. That BLT club that you prepared with the side of your favorite Dorito flavored chips, that would have been amazing. Your ice cream and brownie combo would have been stellar and off the charts and not ruined by a nasty frog that you should have taken care of a long time ago, but you allowed to loom over your head and nag at you the entire day. And obviously this is a parable. There's a lesson learned. Lesson is, if you've got to do something and you know you got to get it done, just get it done instead of letting it stress you out and bog you down and weigh on your mind the entire day. I've talked about it before, not too often, as I don't want to be the cliche, but I CrossFit, and one of the guys that has been a professional, I guess what you call level CrossFitter, elite, if you will, posted something regarding anxiety. I'll post his post over here for you to see and take a look at what he said. It was really impactful, and it's something I needed a reminder of because I dealt with eating a frog just today. And I won't get into the specifics quite yet. It's something that still is in process, but it needed to be done, and it's been done. It was actually a lot better than I would have planned. And that's usually how these kinds of things go. You sit on them all day, you let them fester in your mind, and you fail to muster up the courage to just get it done, when in fact, had you gotten it done a lot sooner, it wouldn't have been as bad. but you've worsened the situation by allowing your mind to wander, to make it worse than it actually is, and to create circumstances that aren't reality for yourself. And all that does is add anxiety to your life. And we all know stress can actually quite literally kill. The more stress you can minimize, the better off you are just overall. And not just mentally overall, but literally, physically, you are healthier. If you've ever been stressed or anxious for something, your stomach is in knots, you're sweaty, you can't focus, like you are physically affected for the negative by this frog you could have just eliminated out of your life. And I was guilty of letting stress ruin my last day and a half because I didn't want to eat this frog. But when in fact, the scenarios I made up for myself weren't actually real. The reality was far better than I even began to conjure up in my own mind. And I know I've got concerned viewers about vlogging and driving, but can we just take a minute to appreciate that view? It's not a bad drive to school. So I implore you, don't do like me. Don't wait till the last minute to get something done and put it off and let yourself become full of anxiety and stress and allow your day to be distracted and for you to have like physical negative effects. It's not worth it. Because believe you me, the scenario you've created in your mind is far worse than the reality. And the reality is far better than you could have ever imagined. So go for it. And actually, a disclaimer, sometimes it does go as bad as you thought, and sometimes it can be worse than you imagined. But I'll say 7 out of 10 times, it's not as bad as you think. There's the minority of times, but yeah, like it's legit bad. But bad or not, you gotta get it done, right? So just rip the Band-Aid, get it done, get her done, and live life with a little less stress. And that's actually gonna be it for today. Pretty short, pretty sweet. Hopefully you find and identify some frogs in your life and just take care of them, eat the frog, get it out of the way. Don't let it loom over your life. Don't let it add extra stress and anxiety because life is already tough as it is. You don't need anything else weighing you down. And if you do eat your frog, comment down below, I ate my frog. Let me know that you have gotten something out of your life and that you are living with a little less weight on your shoulders. I'd love to know that you're actually taking the steps to freeing up some of that space in your head to allow you to have more clarity in your life. And the obligatory YouTube sign off, like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to get more content just like this. I do have another playlist on the channel, vlog tips, quick little tips and things that I've learned about my experience as a vlogger in the last month and a half, 2 months. Check that out if that's something that interests you. Hit the bell icon because that'll notify you when I post a new video. And share with a friend because sharing is caring and we need more caring in the world. Thanks again to all who have viewed this video and any of my other videos. I'll be posting a little bit more and we'll see you on the next one.